Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Back in the mix. First night back at American football practice last night, and up early. Ooh, geez, but feels good. Feels good. Feels good to be in that challenge again. Transferring sports is tough, and I think I am really enjoying that challenge, but my body isn't so much. And I will do a whole thing another time about the bioenergetic and biodynamic differences between rugby and American football, because they are beastly different, especially given my natural traits as a rugby player. Anyway, one of them wasn't being able to tackle. But what I wanted to do, I posted a video today from a guy called Sammy Dowling, who was in my mentorship program, who's just joined the Legacy Sportland Nation. And it is wonderful. He's one of the most experienced coaches that I've had the pleasure to work with and teach. And it's a really humbling experience, because Sammy worked with Leinster for 10 years. And for those who don't follow rugby or anything, Leinster are one of the best teams going for a long time. And, I'd spoke to Sammy briefly over messages and stuff over the years, but there was an element of trepidation for him taking him on and joining the program, because he had lots of experience, and it's brilliant for me as a coach to put myself in that position, raise my game. And I had to. Sammy challenged me really well on concepts and ideas, and we spoke. And more than anything, that's why the coach clarity method has been born, and it was born out of a necessity, out of a need for, first and foremost, myself to take care of myself, because I was presenting the ideas that I needed from that subconscious bias. And it's funny how many people have been identifying with that and continue to identify with that. And it's wonderful for the first and foremost, that acceptance and feeling that you're not alone in facing these problems. And secondly, that because I've been working so hard behind the scenes for such a long time to face those problems, I now have a really unique skill set to help people deal with those problems. And what do I mean about a skill set? Well, I've been in therapy for 6 years. I am studying a counseling foundation course. I have mindset coaching qualification, and I've done it. I've been to the well over and over again, to keep elevating. And that's only such a small part of it. And it's wound into the curriculum within the 90-day program. And then all the applied strength and conditioning things, the modules and discussions that we go through, have some unique frameworks that we use in order to teach real ideas and teach real applicable information. I don't think we use a journal. We'll use one journal throughout the whole process. It's about how do we take ideas and how do we take the general knowledge that's applied in education and turn it into specific, applicable, usable work. And that is something that I'm incredibly proud of. And the more you teach, the more you learn, the better you get, the more discussions that you have. I've gone through my mentorship program now nearly over 30 times, all in all. And it's brilliant, because the way that we are able to communicate ideas and the discussions and the questioning that comes out of it is wonderful. And a slight digress there, but what I wanted to do is just give massive public praise to someone like Sammy for being self-aware to jump on board, and know He had a lot more coaching experience than me, but I have experience in other areas. And, you know, I loved having him on. He's a father, you know, he'd gone through his career, transitioning in his career, and brought this real honesty and vulnerability and also wisdom into the program, because we had Sammy at one end of his career and another guy, Matt Waters, who was 21, fresh out of university, in the same group. And that was a real powerful experience, because it was a wonderful thing to see what a 21-year-old can teach even me and Sammy. So, you know, age and age is nothing. Vulnerability is everything, and being able to share and take that advantage and take that standpoint. And I think that's what I tried to do with the mentorship program, is put a line in the sand and say, do you know what? I'm at a time in my life where I know who I want to be. I'm at a time in my life where I know that there is a lot more out there for me than just coaching. What I am doing now is human transformation. And that extends into my coaching of my athletes as well. And I've hit a sweet spot, and I really have. And I'm really pleased. And I was talking to our legacy group the other day, and we're working on some projects to help other people. And that's when, you know, what Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. Now that I've got to this point, it is my sole obligation and my sole duty to teach it to you. I want to share everything that I've got for you and with you, because I can't I can't be in a position to hold this knowledge. Why would I? Why would I, as an S&C coach, or as a mentor, as a person, not want to share? Because there's a conscious awakening that needs to happen within our industry, that sharing is the way forward, and moving forward is the way forward. And there's no secrets. There's all about application and teaching and learning how to do the right thing at the right time, or do the thing that you think is best, without any bias or out any judgment or anything like that. So, you know, there's some real hard rocks in there, and rewind that, listen back. And if you're sat thinking, well, I'm not going to tell him this, or, you know, I'm worried about my future, then you need to just click on the link in here and book a call with me, and I'll talk to you about everything and anything. And then I'll talk to you about what you were going through, and I will try my best to take care of you. And so that leads really into how the program even started. And I'd done lots of education calls. You know, people would book one-off consulting with me around speed and programming and, you know, all that sort of stuff. And it essentially happened that I had four or five guys all sort of approach me roughly at the same time, loosely wanting to talk about the same subject. And I thought, well, do you know what? Why don't I just create a program? Why don't I create a talk program that I get to sit on calls, I get to mediate, create discussion, and build those fundamental feedback loops of education, which, if you weren't familiar of those, are direct, delegate, and discuss. So our program follows that simple principle: is that there's direct elements, there's delegation elements, and there is discussion. And we create that loop over and over and over again, but it spirals out because everything feeds back down to week one. And that's where the transformation exists. And so I just spoke to him on the phone and said, look, listen, I want to do a program. You know how much it's going to cost to work with, just do the 1 hour? I want to charge you a little bit more, and I'm going to work with you for 3 months. How's that sound? Well, yeah, amazing. Okay, so the deal is, inside that, you're going to get all the S&C stuff, but I've got all this personal development education that I know I need to teach you, by asking them a few simple questions that are able to uncover the imposter syndrome, the scarcity, the inability to communicate feelings, the inability to recognize their role and their place in their lives. And so that was the deal. I said, I'll teach you that, and you have to learn this. And the rest is sort of history. One of the couple of standouts, you know, in a year, one guy ended up like Ryan Devlin, who was at Sheffield Wednesday Academy. Now he's at Hull Football Club first team, 12 months. And someone like Aaron Codd, who is now seen, he's in Hull Academy as well, but is now seen as a leader inside his program. He's managed to change and reshape and articulate these values and create third order effects in which he doesn't get emails at inappropriate times. They respect their boundaries. They respect their communication with one another. There isn't obscene expectations in his work life, and he's building himself a business alongside. And it's something that I like teaching, is those basic fundamentals as well of how to start your business. I've invested, I mean, you know, all in all, I've invested more than probably most people's annual salaries in my education to help me grow what I am doing here, and then teach it back. And so that allows a wonderful experience. And then you've got someone like Ollie Reading, who was fresh out of university. Now he's working at Harlequins Rugby. And the list, it all just goes on and on and on. But those are the guys from the first group. Carl Sledge, Australia, running his own business, you know, making anywhere between $6,000 to $8,000 a month, easily, every month. It's not just one off, it's every month. And you think the national average wage of an S&C coach at top flight level is probably £28,000 on average. You know, you're looking at those numbers and they start to become really, really appealing. And that's what I like to achieve. That's what I like to give people. I like to give people the opportunity and the option. So that's how the mentorship program started. And I thought, oh, no, at first I was like, I'm doing something out of my wheelhouse in terms of what I'm known for. And then I quickly got over that when the first testimonial came through, and Sam was like, they said, I came to learn about speed, but Sam changed my life. And there are testimonial after testimonial after testimonial and story after story after story of these people that were able to change their lives. And I think if there's any pursuit worth doing, it's changing someone's life. So I have to apologize about my coffee machine there. That ruined that, didn't it? But anyway, that is how my mentorship program started. And if you have any small 1% inside you that you think, oh, this could work for me, then just let me know, and I'll be brutally honest with you. Because as I said, if I'm in an opportunity to take care of someone else, I'm damn sure we're going to do it. So have an amazing day. I appreciate you. Listening. Comment on this in the Facebook group, please, because not a lot of people are seeing these. So just, if you've watched it, comment, tag people in it. Let's get these videos out there, because I really enjoy doing them. If you're on the podcast, subscribe. YouTube, subscribe. Do your thing. Enjoy yourself. Take the foot off the gas and have a wonderful day.